Alrighty, you see the title. We're gonna do draft practice. Because today is, I'll have games. I'm gonna have my league games today, and they don't really... Captain doesn't really mess with me, so I don't really get to join their games. Just gonna do some draft practice, and then draft practice, last hitting. Maybe think about some items, too. Something I've watched a little bit of Thompson streams. Mage Slayer is like a legit farming item. I don't think it's as good as Maelstrom, but like if I don't like, I think you should just. I think if I mean he's playing it mid, so he has other responsibilities, so it makes sense for Mage Slayer because it works well in the fight. But it farms, right? 2.7 agi gain, he should definitely get it if he wants to prioritize farming more, and Maelstrom scales with attack speed, so as you get more attack speed, you farm faster, and then you can start like farming really fast. But like I'm starting to realize, actually, and it's not like I haven't thought about this before. I've just forgotten about it. I think I have similar ideas about Spectre. Like I think when you play Spectre, it fits actually so perfectly into Spectre, especially now that the Shadow Step is gone. Like she's back to her old haunt. Like what are people doing on Spectre nowadays, right? Like, what are people doing on Spectre now that she doesn't have... She can't go Orchid first item because the Haunt has a way longer cooldown now. I think the thing that makes the most sense is to go Mage Slayer. It's like a legitimately, like, solid item. It has the Cornucopia component, which is really good. You could also go Battle Fury, but it's too expensive on her. It just has good components. This is good. This is good. Having magic res is good. It's like, it's a good item. It's a really freaking good item, actually. The only component that doesn't, I mean, that's kind of whatever, is Orb Venom, but yeah, this is really good. You hit all the creeps in a camp, and they're all just ticking for, 20 damage a second. I should have gone it in my I'm realizing I should have gone it in my, what was it, my official game. When I played that Wraith King, I should have gone it, because with the poisons thing, it would have farmed the camps really fast. It was this game, I think, the Wraith King game. Yeah, I should have gone. I'm realizing I should have gotten. I shouldn't have raw dogged Radiance first item. I should have gotten Mage Slayer in between. I was thinking Midas too, but I was like, I need an in between item. I can't just straight up go Radiance. This is not fast enough farming. I need an in between item. Be right back. I gotta pee real quick though. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I think I should have gone, definitely should have gone, something else. I should have gone Mage Slayer. Mage Slayer and Poison Sting's really good. You hit all the, I mean, that's a Radiance almost by itself. 32 plus 20, that's 52 damage per second, magical damage on all the creeps. Hit them once. That is pretty much a Radiance right there. I mean, how much does Radiance do to creeps again? 60? It's pretty much a Radiance if I buy Mage Slayer. That's what I should have gotten. But the juxtaposed guy. I mean, we should have just not let him get it juxtaposed in the first place. The draft was actually, this is a really bad draft, by the way. I'm gonna watch this again. They drafted really badly. We wanted to do draft analysis. Let's do a draft analysis on this game. I think my teammates drafted terribly this game. And whoever was made to play carry is bad at carry, the hoodwink. They did not play their build well, and they did not draft well. I don't think I played particularly well either, but I mean that's why the captain made a swap, I presume. Right? Is this gonna be fucked now? Whatever. It's gonna fix itself. There we go. Okay, I have to like hover over them. Thirst first draft. It's so bad, dude. I don't care how many games in AD you have. No, this is not good. Like, how good can this be, man? It was probably this is probably a guy who uses fucking WinRun.io. Like, I believe in WinRun.io. DK has 60% win rate. I don't care, man. I don't care. That doesn't mean you first pick it. Does it have 60% win rate on the first pick? Does DK have that? I don't know. I don't care. This no longer has Bloodseeker's innate. It used to be good, I think, when it had its innate. That's probably why it used to be first pick material. But he has this old idea that it's still worth first picking. No. Not really. It's a good ability. Like, it unlocks, just drafting it unlocks your movement speed cap, which is cool. And then, yeah, you get a lot of move speed for enemies being low. It's like drafting, mobility and vision in one draft. It's fine, but there's bigger things in the draft. It's a juxtapose and phantasm lobby. We either want to take that, or we want to take things in preparation for letting them have that. If there's good AoE in the draft. And is there good AoE in the draft? Not really. There's not a lot of good AoE in the draft for the enemy to buy. They'll have to get it through items. So we should be taking Juxtapose and Phantasm and have that be our first two drafts. Those gonna be our cores, right? Have them draft that. And then the late game's pretty much secure. Just like, don't let them tempo us. Let the support picks be good. Secure those lanes. Just don't, lose the lane terribly. Farm up, and then the Juxtapose and Phantasm will eventually just destroy them because they will have, they don't really have anything like natural sort of ways to fight into it. I understand PL isn't. I mean, you're forced to buying Mjolnir to get into him, right? You just have to. And so then that would be how you would think, right? What best synergizes with the Mjolnir? That'd probably be Blood Rage. So take the Blood Rage, Phantasm, Juxtapose, take these three things away. And then, what are they left with? Midnight Pulse is a big one, so the support should probably prioritize taking that away from the enemy. Blood Right might be a big one, but it has a delay. And it has a big cooldown. So it's like, I know this has a big cooldown too, but, this can mess you up, your illusions, way more than Blood Right. Blood Right's just a one-time pop. This can do a lot of damage if, it's area denial. Sunray, I would have my supports take the Sunray this draft. It's perfect. Into Juxtapose Phantasm. But let's see how this plays out, and let's see if I agree with it. By the way, he randomed that black roll. This was random. Which is crazy. We lost to a random. That was a pretty lucky random, obviously. But yeah, why are we giving up? And then he should take Phantasm. Take it. I think he's gonna get Chaos Strike. Because this guy is just not a good, he doesn't play carry well, honestly. Put me in this position, man, and I win this game, 100%. I 100% win this game if I'm put in this position. And, Juxtapose doesn't want to fight into, I mean, it's kind of like a weird, I don't know. Let me think. Does Phantasm want to fight into Juxtapose? I mean, we have to obviously see the other abilities, but... And Juxtapose is significantly weaker, right? That's another thing. It's much weaker. Because they put a lot of the power onto the innate here. Yeah. So Juxtapose is weaker nowadays, but it's still... And it can't use Diffusal. So let's see. Okay, let's pretend I was in this position. What would I draft? Let's press Control, by the way. Okay, this has a good Ag Scepter too, that's another thing. Would I first draft Phantasm? I definitely wouldn't first draft Chaos Strike. That is not... No, that's bad. I mean, it's an okay ability, but it's not first pick material. It's like second or third. It's not first. Not in this. Not in this lobby. What would I get? Let's see. What would I get? I mean, the first thing I'd be thinking about is Phantasm, Scurry. I'd be looking at good hero models. There's like two that I would prime that are primed to be picked. I don't know about Clinks. Phantasm doesn't sound that good. That the strength gain is just really bad. And yeah, I would and then Jakiro has good strength gain. You don't have to make up for the agi gain, but that's okay. That's something I'm willing to make up for to get the Jakiro model. But with Phantasm though, I mean, if you have Bloodthorn, that's your illusions have double attacks. So if you get Bloodthorn with Phantasm, it's incredibly powerful when you get that timing with the Phantasm. But I would. This is interesting. So would I take the Phantasm immediately? Would I ever think the enemy would be good, and if they would even do it? But let's just presume they will, because they're like, always presume your enemy is competent. Don't assume they aren't. Would it make sense for them to get? I mean, not that they did. Like I said, not that they did that. Like if I was on this team, just give me the Phantasm. I'm gonna draft the Phantasm right now. Chaos Bolt, they're doing their. I mean, this makes sense. Like it makes sense to do your. Try to like put it. Two people can deny pick though. That's why Radiant has a little bit of an advantage, I think. Radiant has a little bit of an advantage because this person only has one person that can deny pick them, and then this is vice versa. But obviously, third pick's better than eighth pick, right? That's obvious, right? It's better because for the sake of the first pick, this is way later than this is early. This is earlier than this, obviously. But they do kind of have back-to-back picks on their second ones, right? So Radiant has a little tiny bit of advantage just because they get to go first. Also, they get to secure the first pick of the entire draft. So, yeah. Radiant has an advantage. In those two regards, they have an advantage. It's Chaos Bolt, Ice Path. I mean, Ice Path's fine, but like, what position did he end up playing? I think he ended up playing. Who was? I think this guy was my 4, and this guy's the 5, right? When you draft as 5, you have to think more about like helping the lane get secured. Although I mean this guy's gonna be safe lane, right? If a ranged model is gonna bounce back to him, he's gonna be pretty good in the lane with Chaos Strike and a ranged hero. So I guess you don't have less of a responsibility to. I mean, it makes sense his pick to if he's ranged, just give him give him a stun to get him off if they ever go on him. Just stun whoever goes on. You guys hear my fan in the background? I'm gonna turn that off right now. I'm gonna turn it back on actually for a little bit. I still got. I'm gonna. All right, let me finish this. So they're just both teams are seriously undervaluing Phantasm here. I think Phantasm's incredibly powerful. If I wasn't forced to play offlane, honestly, just give me the fucking Phantasm and the Scurry. I want Phantasm. And then I think What's more important, a scurry or the range hero itself? Probably the range hero itself. Like, dude, just give me fucking Morphling and Phantasm, and then I'll handle the rest. Whatever. Whatever. Just random me 3 basic abilities, and I'll excuse me. What the fuck? Excuse me. Give me Phantasm Morphling, and then if I random 3 basic abilities, I'll find a way to do well this game. I'll feel most comfortable like in my zone, whatever. When I again end up going Reincarnation because I'm the off laner. I mean that fucking sucks. Also, I totally forgot Supernova refreshes basic abilities. So when you see Supernova in the draft, you also need to think about refreshing abilities. And Phoenix is already an OP hero, so honestly, you could just draft these 3 abilities and have Supernova, and it would already like it's these abilities are all worth refreshing. I guess Fire Spirit's a little bit, but like it protects the Supernova. But like this is mobility, and this is like Sunray's a good ability. It's like, Phoenix is an OP hero in my opinion. Honestly, I think it's OP, a little bit busted. I legit, you probably shouldn't literally go first item refresh orb, but you can like make your first major item like a refresher orb on Phoenix. You know, get other items to make your to satisfy your team, but once you're itemizing for yourself for the sake of yourself, yeah, get a fucking refresher orb. Shard does not grant liquid frost ability. Yeah, I would just get Phantasm, man. Phantasm. Phantasm. Probably the model right after. I mean, ignoring like pick position and stuff. What would I want this game? I want Phantasm. I want either Jakiro Morphling. Which one would I prefer? Probably Morphling. Give me Phantasm Morphling. After that, also Jakiro Impetus is a thing in this lobby. That's another thing. That's why I feel like Jakiro is just like anything is like. Jakiro first pick is so legit. I'm actually thinking about Jakiro first pick because presuming actually going back to this pick right here, I don't think it would be a good idea to pick Phantasm actually. Well it is, but there's a better one. I think Jakiro is actually the best one because you got a lot of stuff that will bounce back. Like you got 2, 6. Excuse me. You got 2, 4. You got 6 things they can pick here before it bounces back up to you, and they can take something that you would want. Or let me think. Okay, this is interesting. But let's actually like think about this though in terms of like this is my pick position because I think that's what the captain's gonna make me do this coming week. So Jakiro's a good one because when it comes back up to you, he's available to a lot of stuff. He's not like when you get Phantasm, you have to take the model right after. When I'm Jakiro, I don't have to take the Phantasm right after. I could do like an impetus thing, double impetus, chucks. I could go Blood Rage, and that, I mean, just Jakiro and Blood Rage is good, honestly. The Jakiro model with his innate, it's not popping up, but he has Twin Terranate. Twin Terranate, Blood Rage, you just get items, and you can farm to that with a Maelstrom very easily, because the Blood Rage will help you. So get Blood Rage, Maelstrom, probably get like would you get a Casual Morbid Mask? Or would you want to finish that into... You'd probably want to finish that into Mask of Madness. But, yeah, get it. Mask of Madness, Blood Rage, on Jakiro, and then get a Maelstrom right after. You're going to farm very fast. Or would it make... something I've always thought about with Blood Rage is it ever make sense to go Tranquils? Going Tranquils on... with Blood Rage. That when you walk between the camps, you're healing you have this like 12 HP per second thing. Just backpack when you're hitting the creeps. Backpack your tranquils. Like time your tranquils backpack so that when you finish the camp, you come out of the camp with the tranquils off of the backpack cooldown, and it doesn't get disabled for the full 13 seconds when you get hit with the creep damage. You are a little bit vulnerable to like enemies if they walk at you when you're farming, but just farm in safe places. Farm in safe places because you can start doing it early anyways. Because Blood Rage just gives a copious amount of attack speed. But yeah, 150 attack speed's crazy, and it has a permanent duration. It can be dispelled off of you, right? And it gives you some spell amp, which is good for the Maelstrom a bit. But like it's a good ability. Blood Rage is a good ability. So Jakiro, I don't know. I'm good with Phantasm. Phantasm's so good. Phantasm, Jakiro. Maybe I should when I was playing the offlane. Maybe I should have thought about Supernova doing basic ability refreshes. I mean, what would I want to refresh? It doesn't refresh all charges of Scurry, does it? I think does it? I don't know. I don't know if it refreshes all the charges in a charge ability. I would have to. I guess I should demo that. What would be good to refresh? Probably Ice Path refresh. What would be good to refresh? I mean, Sunray. I mean, Phoenix abilities are already good for the Supernova refresh. Get a second Midnight Pulse. Do they stack? Yeah, they don't stack. I remember they don't. Because I remember just fucking around in demo lobby a while ago and remembering it doesn't stack. But I guess there's not like a lot of good abilities to refresh in this lobby. This gives Flow Facet, right? I swear this Adaptive Strike gives Flow Facet, not only the model. But we'll have to demo, like I said. We'll have to demo that. This has Blood Mist on it still, right? Even though it should have... Well, I think the Ag Scepter will give you both. It'll give you both Blood Mist and the 2 Rupture charges, which is crazy. Booty shorts. Overwhelming's Odds is a solid ability, but it has too high of a cooldown, honestly, to feel good. I would definitely... I mean, it depends on how quickly you run out of stuff that helps your right click, and if you still need a facet by the time it comes around, but I would... Most likely, if you can satisfy your first 3 picks with something good, stuff that is good, better than this, when 4th pick does come around, I would want to click... I would draft it. I would click this. This doesn't include impetus damage, right? If you use Spectral Blade with it. Pretty sure. Because this still has like a different instance of damage, spell damage. So I'm still I don't know. Phantasm or Jakiro. I think that would be my first 2 things. Definitely not Blood Rage. That would come around as a second pick. Because if I take the Phantasm and they take the Blood Rage, the Blood Rage, I think I end up with the better end of the deal. There. There's a concept in AD called short end of the stick or whatever. Better end of the stick or whatever. I gotta take a sip of a drink there. Because my throat hurts a little bit. This is actually a really good farming ability. I think I need to think about it, using it more. The shard does nothing. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it does building damage. This is a good ability. 200 and I mean, if you do the math, it's like 225 damage in an AOE. I mean, it's 45 damage in an AOE a second, constantly in a 600 AOE when you apply it. It's sort of like having, like what's it called? The Cloak of Fire. There used to be a neutral called Cloak of Flame, and this does pretty much the same AOE damage as that. It does 45. Radiance is a little bit better at 60 damage. This is 45. But I think Poison Sting it was pretty much the same. Except this will let me slow people when I run at them. Their movement speed. Let's see. I mean, what are my options? Yeah, Chaos, by the way, did he pick Chaos Bolt? Yeah, it's a very good draft. He should have done that. Space Boys. Well, he ended up getting Chaos Bolt's a really good first draft. It's a good second draft if you have the Phantasm. Because it'll give you this really powerful shard. Causes Chaos Bolt to create a Phantasm illusion detector. Illusion deals 15% less damage. 15% less damage, but that's still an 85% damage illusion, which is crazy. It only lasts for what, 6 seconds, I think? It doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure it lasts for like 6 seconds. But it's an incredible ability, Chaos Bolt here. And you know, the stun duration is... It's like Spamble. He was fucking throwing it at me and spamming me for so long in that game. It rolls like high damage and low stun, or high stun and low damage. That's like how it works. It'll either hit for 3.25 seconds and then the 180 damage, or if it min rolls the stun for 2 seconds, it'll deal like 410 damage. It's a crazy ability. And then it can't even be dispelled. It's strong dispels only. That's another thing about it, which yeah, that's another thing about it. And then the cooldown's quite low considering how it does both damage and stunnage. It's like if you look at Lion or Shadow Shaman's Hex, it doesn't do damage, but it has longer cooldown than this. I think their durations are a little... Are they a little bit longer? Obviously, there's some variance to the stun, so it's... Technically, yeah, it is longer. Their hexes. What would I first pick in this draft? Jakiro or I would go Phantasm. Honestly, give me the fucking Phantasm. I want to play Phantasm because I like it. It's like a preference thing. I honestly, whether you want to do Jakiro or Phantasm first draft, or maybe I just need to think about it more. I need to start thinking about what I. That's what I think. I need to think about what my second draft would be after that. Let's just use the information we got. So he ended up going dual Skeleton Walk, Mortal Strike. Let's see. He wants mobility to. Excuse me, to get those duels off. He's getting even more stuns, which are... These are powerful. Like, they do good damage. Pretty solid. This even has a slow afterwards. This guy's doing some really good support drafts. Whereas... this guy was my 4. I remember now. So what would I get here if I had drafted Phantasm? I think now would be the time to get the model. No, I mean... yeah, I think so. Now would be the time to get the model. Because the Juxtapose is gonna draft right after me, and I have the, and I want the better model, I think. But is there an ability that you would want more instead? Let me think. Would I be willing to? Because I think it's either going to be Jakiro or Morphling, right? Those are the two models you want to be eyeballing. And I think I'm like okay with either one. Um, I think I'm okay with either one. Actually, no, I'm not okay with Jakiro. If I did Jakiro with Phantasm, I would need a basic ability on top of it. I think. I would feel like I would want that, right? By the way, I think do I remember correctly? Do the Scurry? Well, I remember I had a Phantasm Scurry game. Do the illusions get the Scurry bonuses? I think they do when you press it. I'm pretty sure they do. And I went like first item Scotty in that game. I mean, this is just insane, man. 1.5 base attack time. The gains are good. They both have pretty bad movement speed. Yes, the base attack time is lower, but honestly, 1.7, half that. What's half of 1.7? It's 0.85. This guy has a 0.85 base attack time. That's how you have to think about it. Because he has double attacks, right? He has the freaking double attacks. And when I drafted Phantasm, I wouldn't have a facet, would I? Well, I would have, yeah, I would want to think, okay. Jakiro would give me Twin Terror. I think I would definitely prefer Morphling in this, but I'm okay getting the Jakiro. I'm okay getting the Jakiro, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the thing about the Jakiro is that I think you would want... You would want attack speed draft right after, but there's like two in the pool. There's Blood Rage and there's Strength. This gives attack range too, which is good. And then when it came back to me, I would definitely, I think, take Scurry. Scurry would be like my third pick. Or do I take the Scurry now? Knowing that when it... No, you don't take it now. It's not like a... It's not... I don't think Scurry should be in your first three picks. Not if there's better stuff in the pool. And there will be. So I think he ends up going Hoodwink, which is atrocious. It's terrible. He ends up going Hoodwink. So, basic ability or model now. Continue to get basic abilities or a model now. And the Hoodwink is, yeah, like I said, it's obviously a terrible one. I would have gotten Phantasm Morphling or Phantasm Jakiro. Or I don't think I should take... I think I do. You have to build upon your... But the thing is, it's going to bounce back to you, right? It's going to go like boom, 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 boom. It's pretty short. But when it comes back, you will have the priority. So, what would I want priority in? I don't know. I think you want to, like, just air towards whatever works with the Phantasm consistently very well, right? Like, if I drafted this Phantasm and I have a Blood Rage, I mean... I want to secure the Morphling model, because the main thing I'm worried about is just farm. I just want farm, right? I'm the character... Like, this Phantasm doesn't farm incredibly well. I mean, you can press it to farm. Pop it. You get this strong illusion that, like, doubles your damage for 30 seconds. Pop it just to farm. It's pretty good at farming. And so I think you would want to work off of that, right? And I think Morphling does that the best. So I think I would go Phantasm Morphling. I would just go Phantasm Morphling. Honestly. Phantasm Morphling. Or would I go Phantasm Chaos Strike? No, you gotta get a model now. Or I could save my no, you just get the Morphling now. Just get the Morphling now. If I want Chaos Strike, I'll get it when it bounces back. So I would get Morphling, and then, I mean, this guy ended up taking the Morph... No, he didn't. He ended up getting Doppelganger because I think, He knows he's going to get the Morphling on the way back anyways. And I think he wants this to deny. I guess it's marginally better to deny Doppel from this guy. Because he knows he's not going to take the Morphling. Or I think he just doesn't care if he does, right? He can go Jakiro. I mean, I don't know what's going on in their head. Black Hole and then a mobility through Icarus Dive. Yeah, this is good. This is very good. Black Hole with mobility. I don't know what the Acorn Shot's about, though. What the hell is that about? Like, this guy getting duel and Reality Rift made sense here, too. You know, mobility with the duel is good. And also, you know, this gives you a facet if he wants to get that, which is nice. And it gives armor reduction, which is important when you want to dual summon rate to reduce their armor. So Reality Rift makes more sense on him. Save the Icarus Dive for his Black Hole guy. They just have really solid drafts all around. I don't know if I believe in this Mortal Strike for second pick. Why would you get... Noobs just love drafting this shit. This is bad. I don't think it's good at all to get Mortal Strike with Skeleton Walk. What should he have gone, actually? I don't know. Searing Arrows? Give your archers some... I mean, when you have Skeleton Walk already, it kind of makes sense to, you know, get this. Because these work on the skeletons. Like, why not go full skeleton build unless there's a better basic ability? I mean, what would he get as a basic ability if it wasn't these? Probably something that stuns or controls. Was there anything in the draft by the time that would... He could have gone Bushwhack. Bushwhack Skeleton Walk, I think, would have made sense. It's pretty easy to just wait until someone comes near a tree. Trees are fairly abundant in the game. You just wait for someone to be by. I guess you can't do it on a... I guess that's actually pretty bad. Because the way you want to use Skeleton Walk, the way you can do it, like, if to foolproof it, is use the enemy wave to check for sentries, guys. Do this when you use Skeleton Walk or when you play with the Cloak and Dagger. When you play any sort of invis character, use the enemy's wave to check if there's sentries on the lane. And then wait for someone to show in the lane. You know, they'll not be able to do that. It's very powerful. And so I don't know if Bushwhack would be good. Because the lane doesn't have trees on it, right? So it'd be hard to land a Bushwhack. But if I know I could land the Bushwhack, I would probably get that after the Skeleton Walk. You know, just combo a stun with the Skeleton Walk. And if it's not a stun, just get damage. Get Searing Arrows, get Strafe. I think I would err more towards Strafe. I think Strafe is the better ability, personally. But maybe Searing Arrows is better. I mean, it's hard to say Searing Arrows is better when you don't know your model yet. Whereas Strafe is good even on a melee. It'll feel good on a melee. And, you know, when you get the Bloodthorn later and you get scaling, this scales better than Searing Arrows, honestly. And Searing Arrows is better early. That's the sort of trade-off you have to think about. And also, this has bigger mana demands. And if you don't know your mana plan, you might not want to... Like, you might not want to constrict yourself, right, to a hero model, to a particular hero model pick because you're going to have mana problems. Or do weird things to your itemization because you have to account for the mana drainage. So what does he get? He gets Morphling, I think, at this point. He takes the Morphling. I think he would have taken the Jakiro at this point because I would have taken the Morphling. And I would have had Phantasm. So what would my pick have been if I had took Phantasm Morphling? And who knows, maybe he would have taken the Chaos Strike rather than the Doppel if this guy didn't pick it. It's weird because like I'm going over decisions that, you know, it's weird. It's weird. I'm trying to like analyze decisions that were already like made before and accounting for that, yada yada. So I would have Morphling or Phantasm Morphling at this point. What would I get? What would I be eyeballing? I don't think it should be Scurry. There's better stuff left in the draft than Scurry. Bloodthorn has a cast range. By the way, please don't crash. Replay. Oh, it has a 900 range. This is gonna crash, I think. Yeah, it's crashing. Bloodthorn has a 900 range. Has a 900 cast range, so I guess I shouldn't be too worried about the Scurry attack range outraging my Bloodthorn cast range, right? But let me back up and jump back into the replay. I'm gonna go. I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back, guys. While this Dota 2 loads in. Where is the Dota client? Why is it not loading in? Okay, game client, it's loaded in. Let's go back to the watch, replays, downloads. Watch it. You ends up taking strafe. Maybe I take strafe, but like, yeah, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. So my third pick. What would my third pick be? I'm looking at all their abilities. I'm afraid of getting black holed and dueled in this game. So like, what would I want because of that? If I had Morphling Phantasm, well, I'd probably want to use a Blink in this game, right? Blink onto someone. It would be nice to have a stun like Chaos Bolt, but it was already drafted. I would probably get Chaos Bolt, honestly, if it was not drafted, but it is. This doesn't give agility anymore. You get like evasion. The cooldown got lower. You get some evasion when you're rushing. No lingering though. It's like a mobility ability. Farming converts into honestly just whatever farms well, I guess, because farming can convert into items, and item solves a lot of things, guys. Item solves a lot of things. I mean, Phantasm and Morphling is already like good enough for me. The only thing I would be missing would be a stun. Where's the stun in this draft? %, higher in his agility, the maximum amount of distance and stun is used. Where's my dang stun? I want to stun. Bushwhack? Maybe bush. The thing, yeah, the stun is a premium. Like if I draft something for the sake of farming, whatever the best farm is the best, I would and honestly, it might just be Chaos Strike, Morphling Phantasm Chaos Strike, because the Chaos Strike works on the illusions, right? Blood Rage doesn't, Strafe doesn't, Searing Arrows doesn't, nothing does really. So I would probably get Phantasm, Morphling, Chaos Strike. But I would really like a stun if it was if I could get that. I would like to draft that. And honestly, I would be willing to reduce my amount of right click modifiers, farming, whatever, just for the sake of a stun if I could find it. Because the way I'm gonna want to play this game most likely is blinking on the people, not wanting to present myself in fights because I don't want to get black holed or dueled. It's gonna be harder to duel me because they can't see me inside the Phantasm. But when the black hole comes and sucks in every illusion, they're gonna be able to tell easily what the main one is through the AOE damage, and then that one's gonna get dueled right after. You don't want to present yourself. They have a very dangerous team. They have Skeleton Wonk. They have dual black hole. They have powerful BKB piercing shit, and I just don't want to be in it. Another approach would be to, I suppose another approach would have been to go, if we rewind this, to go Phantasm, Clinks, Scurry. Not exactly in that order, but like, prioritizing attack range pretty much. Get Clinks, get 600 attack range. Get Scurry, get, 200 more? It's been nerfed, but it's still strong. Get 200 more attack range. Then I have 800 attack range. With the Phantasm, I need to still test in a custom lobby whether Scurry works with illusions. And, I'm going to load up High Ground Vision. I'm going to load up the website right now, and I'm going to get Chaos Knight and Clinks in it to see if it works. We're going to test. But after we're done reviewing this replay. So that's another idea. Then I don't have to get Blink. I can just sit in the back and pummel away with my big attack range. The issue would be, if they ever do get onto me when I'm in that back line, I would need a way to get away. And is there a way to get away? I guess I could Shadow Blade away. I would need to worry about them still, right? I would still need to see them. And I don't know if that's a good strat. I mean, either way, I have to wait to see where Black Hole and Dual people are. I guess the better thing about having attack range though is that I don't have to blink. But then you know there's questions of is my attack range is king though. Clinks with the strafe and scurry. So looking back, what would my second pick have been then? I would have definitely gone first pick Phantasm though. First pick Phantasm. You know, let's put Clinks in this too. I want to see if illusions get affected by. I don't think they do, but we'll see. And then I need to put Hoodwink, Clinks, Chaos Knight. Ah, my nose is fucking stuffed still. Phantasm. And then Clinks right after. I don't know. And I know this. I know the other guy's not gonna take the Clinks, so I would delay Clinks for a while. I don't think anyone would want to take the Clinks. I mean, this guy ended up doing it, but I would. I guess if I value attack range that much, these guys have pretty low attack range, but they more than make up for it with, you know, how hard they can kill people. I guess this is where I would need to start thinking about my team, right? Like, what can my team do for me? I would look at the guy which is me. I would look at the guy who just took reincarnation. I would be able to say, hey, this guy can walk in. He can give me information. He can put the pressure on the enemy, force the Dual and Black Hole guy to present themselves. And then what then? Would I prefer to blink in with the Morphling and Jakiro? Or would I prefer to just sit back with the Clinks and a Strafe? Yeah, I don't know. And you have to remember, the Phantasm, you're drafting something that doesn't farm. And you could see it in the game, this Hoodwink. With Chaos Strike, Phantasm, Hoodwink model. He was not farming. He had to buy a fucking Maelstrom. With Morphling, I don't think he would buy a Maelstrom. Just buy Agility. He has really good agi gain. He has good base attack time. He would just hit creeps fast and hard. With the Phantasm in his model alone, he doesn't need to buy a Maelstrom. He doesn't need to buy any particular farming items. But that's an idea. That's another idea. And who says I can't? I guess. No. Okay. So I would just prefer to blink in. I would prefer to blink in. Give me the Morphling. Give me the Phantasm. So what would my third pick be here? We're once again in this position. Is Strafe better than Blood Rage? That's the question. Is Strafe better than Blood Rage? It strains HP, which isn't so good. I mean, it's not an insignificant amount. You lose 8% of your HP for pressing this. It's a little bit more. It's like what, 9.6. You lose 9.6 of your HP. Just round it up to 10. You lose 10% of your HP to press Blood Rage. That's not a nice cost to have to pay, but I mean, it's a permanent uptime. They can dispel it, but it's a relatively short cooldown. They're not gonna, and like they're not gonna buy a dispel just to get rid of Blood Rage. It's not gonna. Just the Morphling and the Phantasm is already good enough. But Strafe does give attack range, and like I said, I'll have to try this and see if it works with illusions. I think it would be between those two. Or no, I said it would be Chaos Strike, right? It would be Chaos Strike. Presuming he wouldn't have taken it, but if he did, it would probably be between Blood Rage and Strafe, I'm guessing. I don't think I'm worried about... You know what? I think I might be worried about Scurry getting taken. If they're smart enough... Okay, now he's taking Cloven Chaos. Who would want Scurry? I mean, who would want... Probably this person, just for the cast range and the defensive, but I think they want... I think they're going to sit on the Cloven Chaos. They're already fine with that. Okay. I think it would be... I think I would think I'm definitely gonna get Scurry. No one wants it. No one knows its power. I don't have a facet yet. Oh yeah, Blood Rage has a facet, by the way. It has like a base damage one. Ooh, and you can turn this. Oh, you can cast this to silence an enemy. I can blink silence someone. I would lose the Blood Rage buff, which it might not matter for like the early game, because just Morphling Phantasm with the Chaos Strike is good. Huh? An 8-second silence. An 8-second silence. That's the. I mean, it's not a bushwhack stun, but it's the sort of thing I want when I want to blink and kill someone. A silence. And I'm probably gonna buy a Bloodthorn later, but then this is gonna give me that earlier. If I want to be active, if I want to play active with my team, which I should. I mean, Phantasm. Pressing it to farm is okay, but I mean, if you can press it to farm to kill rather than farm, that's more ideal. I mean, this is also a stun, by the way, but like if they can dispel it. It's only a 0.9 second stun, and then they can dispel it. But I guess maybe Malefice. If they don't have a dispel by then, the Malefice would do some. Would be pretty nice to press on them. Does this have this has a shard? If you buy this, this gives you like what 0.9 more seconds of stun. And if you, I don't think people need to. I mean, and later on, if they have, like, you shouldn't worry about dispel so much. Like, okay, just wait for the dispel to come out. Then, I mean, you won't be able to. I mean, you're already worrying about dispels in the first place. This idea that you have to like worry about dispels is such a stupid thing. Because if you have other things to bait out the dispel, and then you can. Redundancy matters. That's my point. Redundancy matters, and they can overcome the dispels. You know. But maybe the 200 IQ move is to get demonic summoning, and just farm, just fucking farm, just farm. This is a really good ability, and if you're, it's not even that hard to micro this, but just you can just get this to farm. It's good, and people like to leave it up in the draft. It does well in lane too. Press it in lane. The enemy fears. It's depending on on what their abilities are. If they don't have good like demonic summoning clearing abilities, which they don't seem to have particularly, you can just own the lane with it if you know how to micro them. The demonic, they're not even that hard to micro. Just select them all and then send it to right click and just have a little bit of finesse. You don't have to like split one off and then do body block with it. You don't have to be fancy. It's just a good ability. It has high magic res, so like that's to compensate for the AOE big like AOE magic damage nukes hitting them up. This is a good ability. I remember drafting it with Ion Shell. It was so fucking good. Having this in Ion Shell, I was just pushing on the lanes. It felt like so cash money, just pushing in lanes with Eidolons. And I would just push in 2 lanes, just like it's like I had fucking it's like I had the Naga illusion spell, but I didn't even have to get a radiance. I didn't have to itemize. I didn't even have to commit my hero. It was actually insane. Iron Shell demonic summoning, the way it just pushed in the lanes and it dominated the lane and farmed, and it was just it was so juicer. It was so fucking juicer. Does this refresh only abilities? Yeah, no items. That would be OP. That would be insane. That would be OP. I think that would actually create an infinite loop, wouldn't it? You egg, you refresh your orb, you egg, yeah, it would be an infinite loop. Okay. That would be overpowered. Illusion duration, illusion damage, illusion damage. Oh, Spirit Lance sucks. It has 15% damage, which is... I mean, I guess if you're comparing it to Phantasm, of course it sucks. Has a lot of damage taken, though. 7-second cooldown, slow damage, movement slow, yada yada. Can illusions get Moment of Courage? That's another question. Let's go ahead and put Legion Commander in this thing. Blood Rage or Strafe. Blood Rage or Strafe. Blood Rage or Strafe. Strafe. Blood Rage, Strafe. Blood Rage, Strafe. Blood Rage, Strafe. I don't like having to pay an HP cost, and I don't have to. Okay, the and wait, does this not cost any mana anymore? Hold up, wait a minute. This doesn't. They removed the mana cost entirely. I think, did they? I'm not seeing a mana cost. This only costs HP. This might be legit, actually. Then, but brother, taking 10% of your HP as damage is. That doesn't feel like you have to itemize to compensate for that, and I don't want to have to do that. When I have Phantasm, oh wait, I have Chaos. Wait, no. I wouldn't have Chaos. Wait, would I have Chaos Strike? Morphling, Phantasm. Okay, I would just take. Okay, let's just stop talking. I would take Chaos Strike if he hadn't taken it. I don't know why I thought about that. I thought about that for too long. Where did he end up going? Yeah, that's good. Both the Blood Rage and the Strafe were, they're both good. And then he ended up getting Phantasm. The only thing that was really bad about his draft was his model ended up sucking ass, and also the way he played the game was ass. Yeah, I remember when I played this game, I was like, oh, he ended up getting a really good draft either way. The only thing that sucked really badly was Hoodwink. Bro, 2 base attack time. That's so bad. But you're like getting all this attack speed, it's just so bad. You could have had... The Clinks would have been better, man. The Clinks would have been better. Why did you take Hoodwink? I'm seriously, like... why did he take Hoodwink? It makes no sense to me. By the way, I think the innate scales with the... It scales with Scurry, I believe. Or do innate scale with any ultimate nowadays? I forgot what it... How does that work? How does Hoodwink's innate work? Because I know the chance goes up as you level, and it's dependent on the level of a certain ability. I think being... Is it Sharpshooter or Scurry? I don't remember. And it was just like skipping to the middle of the game. Let's see what the Hoodwink ended up building. It's really bad. I mean, it's bad because her hero model really fucked her this game. Oh my god, she's getting Dragon Lance. Where the fuck's your farm? It's 16 minutes, and you've had all this time to farm. You have a Dragon Lance, and you're about to go Manta. You have no damage. Where's your damage? You have a lot of attack range. You already have enough attack range, bro, with Strafe and the Hoodwink model. Just get damage. Get a fucking, literally go like first item, Eagle Song or something that has Eagle Song or a Scotty. Yeah, go like first item Disperser or Butterfly, even a Swift Blink, because you need ability, mobility. I don't know. Just get damage. Get a Diffusal. I think Diffusal's a pretty good item. Just get damage. I guess he needed... I know he ended up getting a Maelstrom later. It's fucking weird. Did he not get him? I swear he had a Maelstrom at some point in the game. When does he buy it? He's gonna get a Lincoln's right after? Someone bought a... Who bought a Maelstrom? I swear to God, someone bought a Maelstrom this game. I remember... That's a fake memory then. Who has a Maelstrom in this game? I think I remember saying they should have bought a Maelstrom. I think it would have been nice if they had bought a Maelstrom. That would have... Like, they needed to just fucking farm. Or do damage. Just do something. This is too much pussy shit. Like, you drafted a model that has a lot of attack range. It has a fair amount of attack range. 575 is good compared to what you could have had if you have gotten Jakiro or Morphling. And these would have been doing way more damage with their, special models. Sniffling a lot. I made mistakes myself. I should have ignored my team. Shouldn't have bought blade mail. Um, like I need to play more proactively than that. It's my team's not doing well enough for me to just be able to walk in and press blade mail and provide vision. My team sucks. Not everyone on the team. I think there's probably some. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. They're probably doing their jobs well or whatever. I don't know. But the carry's not doing their job. They're not playing a good carry. 28% chance. Okay, so it is leveling. And what is it leveling with? I think it's leveling with their Phantasm, right? Yeah, it is. So when they get level 3 Phantasm, I don't know if the game goes to that level. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't go to level... to where the Hoodwink's level 18. But if they did, they would have had a 35% redirect chance, yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something else. So we've done that replay review. What was my mistakes in this game? There was probably some mistake in the draft. I don't know. I think that maybe it was just because they made me draft off lane as 8th pick, and that feels bad. But would I have preferred to be 3rd pick? I mean, what would have gotten taken from me? That I could have had the duel. Maybe. I don't know. I could have had the duel. He ended up taking the duel from me, right? I would have had duel instead of reincarnate. I like reincarnate though. It's good, but like I don't think I mean, it depends on outs, right? That's what AD is. It's a game of optionality. It's a game of what your outs are. It's the whole concept of getting the short end of the stick. And so reincarnation is really good at protecting your model, right? Question is this shit worth protecting? Wraith King model with a Poison Sting and a Phantom Rush. That's not worth protecting. That amount of defensive capability is not worth, the amount of offensive output, or whatever I'm willing to put out. I'm able to put out. It's not. And so I would have preferred to if they gave me the 3rd pick, instead of letting the sport do the 3rd pick, I guess I would have had duel. I don't know. Yeah. This guy just had like better LC. You can see here he had like Moment of Courage, duel, Warming Odds, and then instead of pressing the attack, he has a fucking blink. It's not exactly a blink, but it's not as good as a blink, but it's got lower cast range, but like it's lower cooldown. You can use it multiple times in the middle of the combat because it has low cooldown. It has the armor reduction on it. It pulls them closer, so it brings them closer to your team. And then what did he end up just going blade mail Ags, which gives him BKB, and it makes the duel stronger. Yeah, duel's kind of an OP first draft. I'm realizing I need to think about that more. And I was doing a replay analysis before, and there was also a duel in the draft that I think went undraft, which should have been drafted. Duel's a good first pick. You buy the Ags and you get a BKB with it, and then you can start thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna buy BKB anyway with the Ags. Let's try to stack some Ag Scepters values, right? I don't know if you could do that in the game. I would have to press Control Alt and look at all the options, but yeah. But I remember there was like a Spinning Axis duel draft in this one game here. Was it this one? No, it was not this one. I think it was this one. It was not this one. It was which one was it? Was it this one then? It was this one. Yeah, it was this one. This axe could have had counter helix and duel, and then he could have bought an Ags and had a fucking double Ags value, and then he could have gotten like, what was it, Nyx? It's either Spectre, Nyx, or I think there was another one, or was it just Spectre and Nyx? Yeah, you could have gotten either Spectre, Nyx model to have some good agi gain, to be using the counter helix Ags with. Be doing a lot of counter helix spins based on how many attacks he was getting off. Alright, let's go run the... oh yeah, what I was going to do after that replay review was run the high ground vision. Let's run that. Let's run the custom lobby and let's test some shit. We're going to test if illusions can use the... Scurry? I kind of recall that they were able to use it when I could also just watch that replay. I think I have it downloaded. The replay where I had Phantasm Scurry. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Man, I wish my nose would just fucking switch nostrils. I know if you lay on the bed and with your open nostril towards the bed, I think it'll open the other one. Maybe I need to lay down to get the other one opened. Wait, what's my behavior score? I think you can actually get it to update through here. The coaching one gives you an updated one. Come on. Stop. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, see, it's 11.6. Like, this is high, man. This is high behavior score, and I still get fucking griefers, man. What date did I report these? 27. Thank God! Thank God these guys got fucking reported, man. Fucking griefers. This guy was stealing last hits. I don't know what he was doing. Why did he deserve the grief report? I don't think he did anything bad. He was just being kind of an asshole in the chat, doing map drawings saying loser. Dude, I'm trying to play the fucking game. Why? Okay, I'm a loser. Then you're a loser. Get off the Dota. Get off the game of Dota. If that's how you think. The idea of like you're stooping down. If you truly believe someone's a loser for playing Dota 2 and wanting to play to the best of their efforts, you know, oh, you're tryharding. Then you're down there in the muck with them because you're playing Dota 2 also. Like, come on. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, run the custom lobby. Thank God those guys got fucking action was taken, man. Thank you, Overwatch. So what am I doing? I'm drafting Phantasm. I'm gonna speed it up. Oh, did I pick Fungus? Whoops. Shit. So what was I gonna test? Scurry, Strafe. Wait, I don't even need to be in a custom lobby for this. I can just build a Manta on Clinks and Hoodwink. What else was I trying to test now? Let me pause this. So I had Legion Commander. Why did I put Legion Commander in here? Why did I put Legion Commander? What was I gonna test with Legion Commander? Why is she in this lobby? What was I gonna test? Oh, I wanted to test if Moment of Courage worked on illusions. Yeah, what are we doing? We can just build Mana style on these heroes. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The Phantasm shouldn't be any... Yeah, it's a strong illusion, but I don't think it's any different in this regard. When it comes to testing, like... Dude, they need to put that in the ability descriptions. Tell me if a passive works with an illusion or not. That's very inconsistent. I don't know if illusions can use passives or not. It never states that in the description for passives, man. I like to presume it does by default, but it's you know, like Slark's innate doesn't. It would be OP if it could. Illusions can't use his passive, but I think Spectre's illusions can. So it's like it's just inconsistent. So let's get a Manta style. It's just max, I guess. Was the illusion proccing its Moment of Courage? I think it... Oh, it is. I think it is proccing it. Oh! That's pretty good to know. It's pretty good to know. Yeah, it is proccing. It is proccing. So if they hit your illusions, they will proc Moment of Courage. Good to know. Good to know. But like it. Okay, Hoodwink. I'm pretty sure this works. I recall it working. But let's just see. Let's highlight my attack. Oh, ouch. Let's go to max. Let's get a Manta style. does not work. But it's like, if you get a Scotty, you can... I don't know. I think it's still fine. Scurry is... I mean, I would... There's no way I'm going to pass up Scurry. It's a good... It's gotten nerfed. That's because it was OP. 300 attack range and cast range is OP, so it deserved to go down to 200. But I'm still drafting that. It's good. What else was I going to test? Clinks. Strafe and illusions. It says skeletons, so I'm pretty sure not. But let's just see. Let's just see. No, they're not getting the buff. They're not getting the strafe buff, so... And I know Moment of Courage does work on illusions. And Chaos Knight. I was going to draft him because I wanted to test it with the Phantasm. Anyways, I'm leaving it in the stream. Just wanted to do some ability drafting. Maybe I should just make a... I need to make the video, man. That's what would prep me for all the future games. Just look at my own hero model and ability tier list. I need to do my own ability tier list. And I need to drop the fucking... The month is going to be over. I've waited... I was going to drop it in December, but, like, I don't... I feel like I want to wait for the new patch because, dude, hero nates or facets are fucking missing. Put them back in the game. Then I can, like, do a proper... I can have, like, a better judgment of my hero model tier list. I'm waiting for that next patch, man. I'm going to end the stream. See y'all later. I will have a stream later at 7 p.m. today. That's when I'll do the games. I'll do the games then. See y'all later. Peace out.